Another beautiful day, Unity Park. Oh man. You got the skateboarders, you got the trees, you got the people walking their dogs, you got these cool plants with their roots so deep in the ground. Beautiful, whether you're on LSD or not, they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So, got the red mountain in the distance. What is this noise? What am I hearing over here? Oh, a cement truck. Cement mixing truck, an outhouse. What is this, a water truck? Wait a second. What is going on here? What is this? It looks to be another development for a subdivision. Is that an accurate guess? Let's take a look. You got the stupid bricks. These are really good. I like these bricks because they make the neighborhood hotter. Prove me wrong. Just kidding. Don't prove me wrong, but contest that. It's a kind of a fact. Those things get really warm, but they're important because you don't want... Wait a second. What do they prevent? They make it hotter. They're expensive. I wonder how many of those they're going to put down. Will this whole stupid development, I'm sorry, this wonderful development, will they have these brick walls all around it? It's good, making the neighborhood a little warmer. All right, I'll stop complaining about the heat, but that's a good, heat aside, that's a good justifiable expense. I imagine if they're gonna put that brick wall all around the neighborhood, like they did in the distance there, you can see, that's a good use of whoever's money. I guess the developers passed on to the eventual homeowners or office, whatever they're gonna put here. I'd have to guess homes. This is on 200 South in Ivins. Excuse me, 400 South and 200 West, right across from Unity Park. Look, you know the spot, okay? But that's good. That'll be probably, I don't know, they were gonna put an extra layer one time on my, they were gonna do it, like somebody was gonna do it. I had a contractor out to give me a quote to see if I could add on to my privacy fence. Because I wanted that at the time. I'm glad I didn't do it. But that was $3,000 to add an extra course of bricks. Maybe it was 2 courses, so that's probably, I'm gonna guess $50,000 to $100,000 for that fence. Oh, we got a sign. Let's take a look. We got these guys down here with the water. You got the driveway. Here we go. Let's take a look. All right, make sure I get nice and close. Oopsie, the camera did a thing, and I'm not editing this because who's got time? Okay, here we go. They got the QR code. Accent group, stormwater compliance, site notice. Can't really comment on that, don't know what it means. And here we have royalty. That's cute. I guess you buy these houses, you become a king or a queen or something like that. Unity Village. I'm sorry, Unity Village, the album, the song by Pat Metheny off of Bright Size Life. Unity Village. For questions or concerns, call TJ Griffith. Right, he's got answers, right? TJ Griffith. Okay, so Unity Village, I presume this is not going to be, love this guy. I love these 4x4s, side by sides, right? Razors, Polaris, I hear him call, that's a Razor, it says RZR. So here's the thing I'm happy about with this development. I'm sorry, look, I'm trying to be funny, I'm acting, I'm trying to make a thing of it, I'm being sarcastic. I want to get real with you for a second, and in order to get real with you, I need to do this with my hat. Detroit, I was born in Michigan, don't worry about it. This is why this development is really important. What do you notice in the distance here? Mountains, right? This is why this development is going to be good. And let me turn the hat the other way now. This development is going to be good because I've seen enough of those mountains. I'm tired of looking at them. I ride my bike around, which is already annoying. I'm in nature, I can breathe the fresh air, I hate it. But these mountains, it's like, I'm sorry, I'm sick of looking at them. What I want to see is a bunch of houses that look exactly like those ones over there, or maybe they'll look like mine in Suncrest West. Look, I don't have to be anonymous. I live in Suncrest West. You probably already knew that. Who cares? But anyhow, the reason this is good is because it's going to prohibit you from seeing those mountains once they build these stupid houses. I'm sorry, these awesome houses. It's going to, it's just going to be great. You're not going to be able to see the mountains anymore. And there's some added bonuses. There's some really cool stuff that's going to happen. Like you know, all these houses here is gonna bring in more people. Oh, you don't want more people to move to Ivins. When I moved here 3 years ago, they had 8,000 people. How many do they have now? I don't know. Did you fill out the census? I didn't, you know, who cares? But that's good. We need more people. They're expanding old Highway 91 so that when they close that gulch entrance, what's it called? The something slot canyon. You know what I'm talking about. When you want to go to Mesquite to buy your weed, or you want to go to Vegas to have fun, you go on 15 and am I talking right? Yeah, you take the 15 south off of Dixie Drive or Bluff or St. George Boulevard, wherever, and you go through Arizona and you go through that cool place. But when that's closed, everybody's going through old Highway 91. There's a lot of people. They got in the distance. Now those didn't block the townhouses from my vantage point where I'm standing right now, but you have those wonderful townhouses which also brought more people. But apart from blocking the mountains and bringing more people, the thing that's going to be really great about this is maybe the brilliant geniuses behind this establishment are going to put grass down, which would be just, again, a stroke of genius, because then we can waste more water. Oh, I'm upset about it. I have a bad attitude about water waste. Well, I'm leaving. I haven't left yet because I went on a tour and I did some other stuff, but I'm eventually gonna leave. And you know what? 7 years. 7 years is how much water Washington County has figured out. That's not really an out and out statistic you can go look up, but I knew a guy who was basically high-level environmental consultant who got brought here to St. George, and he knew the inside scoop. And he said they have 7 years of water figured out, which you can look at as a very long time, or you can look at as an embarrassingly short time. So the thing, again, the thing that's good about all this hyper development, thank you, is it Mike Hart? Is that the mayor? Mayor of Ivins, Mike Hart. Oh, I sound so stupid. I don't even have my facts right. I can't even edit the video. You know why? Because I'm busy, all right? I just wanted to make this video to tell you how happy I am about another land development. And I'm glad, again, let's go through the points here. What does that mean to me? I'll tell you what it means for me. So I'll give you 4 points, okay? I can't talk right? Vocalize pauses. Didn't you take speech class? You're not supposed to use vocalized pauses if you don't want to sound like a dumbass. I can't help it, okay? So let's go through all 4 points of what's going to be really good about this. You got more people, more water getting used. Maybe they won't put in grass. Maybe you can't anymore. I don't know. I haven't kept up on that. But more people, regardless of if they put grass down, it's going to be more water, more resources being used. People drink water and they take showers and baths and do stupid stuff like brush their teeth and leave the faucet on the whole time. Not everybody, not you, okay? But I'm sorry, people do it. This is not going to be that many houses, you know? Maybe it'll be like 20 houses, 30 houses. But don't worry, there's more developments everywhere. Everywhere in Ivins, there's more development. Now, it's absolute hearsay. Maybe somebody can confirm this. One of the concerned Ivins citizens can confirm. Sorry, let me put the hat to the side again. Is it true that the mayor of Ivins is himself a land developer? If not, you got to imagine they have their ties with the land developers. Let me put the hat to the other side. You know, it would seem that there's a conflict of interest to have the mayor of Ivins, who I imagine, along with the city council, does some sort of, has some sort of approval process for doing something like this. Look, I'm embarrassed right now. I feel like I sound stupid. Oh, it's not about me. It's about this wonderful development. Look, 4 points again. Seeing less of the mountains, excellent. More water usage, excellent. More people, more crowdedness, more vehicles, more emissions. Well, they gotta live somewhere. Stop, okay? I'm not gonna just be hypercritical of myself here. Can I come up with the 4th one? No, you know, I said I was gonna tell you what it means for me. I'm gonna tell you what it means through me, and I just did. So I hope you enjoyed my stupid video. Let me go take a little ride around in here. See what happens, see if anybody doesn't like me filming in there. I'm sure I'm not supposed to go in there, but come on. You know, what are you gonna do? Sometimes you just gotta ride your bike where you're not supposed to, right? Ugh. And while I'm doing this, maybe I could come up with another one of the fantastic benefits of more land development, more construction. I don't know, more people. Maybe it'll bring more cool people. Maybe it'll bring more diversity. So here's the situation. can definitely ride your bike in here because nothing telling me I can't, right? What is it, private property? Here we got this thing. What do they call these, a caterpillar? It's not a backhoe. What is it? You got this guy, respect to him, just doing his job, it ain't his fault. He's raking the, I guess he's raking the dirt. Let's see what else. A pipe, they got a cement mixer. Whoa, almost fell off my bike. You got the Komatsu. See, when I worked for a commercial plumbing contractor, they would just call that the Komatsu. They wouldn't necessarily refer to that as whatever it is. Is it a combine? Come on, some person who knows the answer to this is here. This is just a tractor here, right? It's good privacy walls, so nobody, it's good. Yo, I got the fourth point. More separation between you and the environment. And that's really something worthwhile to me. You know, because I don't want to be reminded that I'm part of the environment, you know? Let's take a look here, putting in the concrete. Respect. You know, sidewalks are important. Sorry about the wind. I'm sure there's wind noise right now. This guy, oh, good use of the water. Power washing the concrete, I guess. Let's take a look. We got this guy, Royalty. I'm sorry, that's a stupid name. Now I'm just being mean. Here, this is really nice here because, excuse me, it's really bad here. This really sucks because you can still see, they got my man here power washing the sidewalk. I presume that's part of the concrete process. I can't say because I don't know. But the problem with this is that you can still see the mountains in the distance, like this big annoying red one right here, for example, and all that stuff in the distance. And I get tired of it. So I kind of want there to be more land developments, more houses, and I want to see less of the mountains. Okay, you know what, look, I'm sorry. That's a tired joke by now. It's not fun, it's not funny. This video should have ended. It should have ended 5 minutes ago. All right, I got my point across, didn't I? Unity Village, oh shit. Here we go, sorry for my language. Unity Village. How many Unity Village signs do we need? This one, the thing about this one is it's gonna inspire you. Whoa, big cement truck here. That's a big boy. We got Unity Village, S&S Homes, Royalty. Which is it? S&S, Royalty. You know, look, I don't know how that works. One of them's probably the contractor. One of them manages it, whatever. Financing provided by State Bank of Southern Utah. That's good. That's good that State Bank of Southern Utah, which I know absolutely nothing about, saw that this was a good place to, I guess, loan money to who? I don't know how it works. I guess a land developer needs a bunch of money so they can pay off the mayor. Look, I made that up, but it's probably true. That's what happens with, you know, lawyers, right? Didn't you know that? You know how that's the reason white kids don't go to jail usually in suburbs, because their parents have money. Their parents have money and they can hire the good criminal defense lawyer. In suburban Michigan, his name is Rabot. Is it Mike? I know his kid is Scott Rabot. Now I'm really getting off on a tangent. Anyhow, so the white kids don't go to jail because their parents pay off, they pay the high power criminal attorney gives a little chunk to the judge and the prosecutor, and they all play golf together. And lucky, privileged white child doesn't go to prison. The rest of the people there, the black kids, do, because unfortunately a lot of times their parents cannot afford to hire the criminal. Now what am I talking about? This is completely off topic. Got the big boy trucks here. You need these for the bed, to put the tools in, the plastic. And I don't know what else to say. There's all these bricks. There's all this, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, here's all this shit. And I couldn't be happier about it. And I'm not making my joke about I'm sick of seeing the mountains. I just couldn't be happier. It's Friday. I feel good. I'm riding my bike. Rule number 1 for life, stay on the bike. I just got it rolling now. There's really no there's no real purpose to this any longer. You can hit the end button now if you want, or you can go on the rest of this bike ride for me. How's that sound? I'm gonna see if I, one-handed. Oh, this is a good thing here. There's a good story about this. Sorry. Had to wave to that guy, kind of screwed him over. So there's a good story behind this too. I'm glad you stuck around. So the story here, I wish somebody could verify this for me, because if it's just hearsay, you know, it's not as interesting and it's not true information. But the story here is that they put this whole grass field here for the little children to play soccer, which, okay. And they had to extend all the way to that privacy fence. And you can see how much privacy that fence really affords you. Maybe there's some actual reason. Maybe it keeps coyotes from eating people's dogs. I don't know. Tell me if you know, okay? But so they had the grass go all the way to the privacy fence. I'm breathing. I can't talk. I'm talking. I'm breathing. I'm riding the bike. I almost got hit by a car and I waved because it was my fault. So what happened was they have to water it, right? You knew that already. You have to water grass to keep it from dying because we're in a desert. This is good here. This is like clearly, let me get a close up here. This is like definitely high quality dog food that somebody got their dog and he puked it up. He or she or they, excuse me. So they had, back to this, and I want to wrap this up. They had the grass go all the way up to this fence wall, and the grass, I'm sorry, the watering the grass was, you know, the sprinklers were hitting people's windows and streaking it. And if you have a house or if you have windows that get hit by Southern Utah water, you know that it leaves streaks and eventually leaves what they call hazing. So with hazing, it leaves these marks on your windows, and your window washer doesn't know what to do with it, and he tells you to go buy acetone, and then you fix it. So these people were complaining about the streaks, and so they got rid of the grass and put this in, which this is what you could call the ecologically intelligent choice anyhow, in a desert, which is old hat by now, I realize. I realize it's old hat to say that it's stupid to put grass in a desert. So is that story true about that privacy fence? I don't really know. Can you tell me? Concerned citizens of Ivins? You look, the important thing is that you're happy and that I'm happy, and we're gonna be even happier because you're gonna see less of the mountains. We didn't talk about the water situation, and I can't even get into the full scope of it here. A, because I don't know enough, and B, because it's probably a big problem that I couldn't cover the full scope of it and be fair to all parties involved. But if my ecologist, environmental expert, consultant buddy is correct, and that this county has 7 years of water figured out, how is that going to affect your property values? I think a lot of people are going to move to a place where the water situation is precarious and uncertain. I have my doubts about that. Let me get back to the bike ride. Love that van. All right, I'm turning around for that joke. Oh shit, the camera's all messed up. Okay, love this van, just here basically permanently. One of my favorite things, Amber Estates used to have a sign that was like, stay out of here, private street. There we go. Estates and Amber Estates, residents and guests. What am I talking about? Look, like I said, the video should end it. Let's go through the tour of vehicles that I love that are always here. This one, there's one that has, I know the wind is terrible now. Oh well. I love this car too, always here. My favorite. Look, I don't really care. You think I care about a car? So what do I care about? On a local level, I care about the goats. I care about HOAs, but HOAs is like such a losing battle. No hands right now. My buddy just took a bad spill doing that in Queens. I care about the HOAs to the extent that I think they're ridiculous and asinine. And if you look up the origins of HOAs, it's basically to exclude certain minorities from moving into your neighborhood, which of course I don't think is like a prudent, respectable, egalitarian choice to make. But you know, you can't hang clothes in your yard. You can't paint your house purple. You can't have like weird animals in your yard. You have to take care of your lawn. And oh, the most important thing I forgot, and this is the end. Every house has to look exactly the same. Because why? I don't know.